From the Intellifluence headquarters in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, this is the Intellifluence Influencer Spotlight. In each episode, we sit down with an influencer from our network and we discuss their background as well as their unique approach to influencer marketing. Mike Chabot is a multifaceted Canadian entrepreneur, speaker, and coach. Born and raised in Montreal, he spent his early years exploring the globe as a prominent influencer, only to realize that external pleasures could not provide the inner fulfillment he sought. After a soul-searching trip to Bali, Mike has devoted himself to empowering individuals by guiding them to rewire their subconscious minds, enabling them to achieve their goals while leading lives filled with purpose and meaning. With a passion for helping others unlock their full potential and embrace the life they deserve, Mike has amassed over a decade of experience in biohacking, neuroscience, breathwork, detoxification, chakras, yoga, and meditation. You can follow Mike on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to learn more. All right, let's kick this off. Mike, thanks so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. After reading your bio, I'm interested in this soul-searching trip to Bali that you did right before the pandemic. You describe it as a transformative experience. So what happened on that trip?
Well, first, thanks for having me and thanks everybody that's listening. I hope that I can provide you with some knowledge today. So the trip to Bali, basically, been on social media for approximately 12 years now, 13 years. And there's so many things that happened. It was a cool job. I started when I was 22. I didn't really have a real job since that moment. I went bankrupt at 25. Like, so many things happened. And at some point, at this specific moment in my life, I just felt like I was missing purpose. I was missing something in my life. And what I teach in mindset is that every I specialize in men's, but women works the same. We need the 3P. We need purpose, passion, and profit. And when I was young, I was only focused on profit. Like any other guy, they teach you in society, you want the car, you want the house, you want the yacht, you want the girl, you want everything. So I just got it wrong. I started with money and my whole life was revolving around money. And in that chase of money, there's events that happened in my life, like a lot of events that was telling me it's not the right way to do it. And when I got 25, went bankrupt. Like, I'm skipping a few events to 25, went bankrupt. I was in toxic relationship. At this specific point, I didn't have any of the P, no profit, no money, no nothing. And then I started really diving deep in social media and focusing and dialed in. And I started like materializing six-figure. Within 6 months, was making six-figure. I was back up from the bankruptcy. And for 2 years, I just did everything I thought was the dream, you know, the American dream, the world dream of like, when you make money. And six-figure in Canada, like Montreal, is a lot of money. Like in LA and Miami, pocket change, it's gonna cost you a lot. But in my city, when I used to live there, it was a lot. And not only it was a lot, imagine all the collabs, because I was one of the top influencers in Canada. I had trips to the Maldives for free, like $50,000 trip. I had so many different stuff. I had millions and millions of impressions, picture with 80,000 likes. So not only I was making a salary, but a lot of my stuff was free in terms of clothing. So you can imagine that life was good. And at some point it went crashing on me. And I'm talking about that trip in the Maldives because it was the moment where I said, I need a break. Like, I was in the Maldives, $50,000 trip, everything paid for. It's supposed to be a paradise. And in my head, I'm only thinking, what's next? Like, this is it. People dream of this vacation their whole life. It's a honeymoon stuff. Like, nothing. I was empty inside. So I left for Bali and I needed to find who's Mike Chabot and what's the next move. And that comes with purpose. Like, what is my purpose in life? Because I got lost in all that social media, having relationship with girls, toxic relationship, being the king of the male, like having a lot of sex, doing everything that they told me to do, luxury Mercedes, luxury apartment, but for what? So yeah.
Want to join Intellifluence as an influencer? It's free, easy, and you get to keep 100% of your earnings. Go to Intellifluence.com, click or tap influencers, then click or tap the join for free button. Once you have registered for free as an influencer, you can start creating offers with custom pricing and services. Brands can pitch you to work with them via these offers. Once you have created your offers, head over to the marketplace and browse opportunities from brands. Apply to any and all that are a great fit. Earn cash quickly by referring your friends and family. That's great. Now tell us about your Road to Abundance podcast. I browsed your episode list, and there are several I'm going to check out. The sleep one for sure, having 2 young kids at home. The guests and the topic look great, so I'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah, the podcast is amazing. Honestly, I use my social media presence to have amazing guests, even though the podcast was not a big podcast. I was on enough at the beginning. It's really hard to do a podcast, to be honest. I started in studio in LA and stuff. And then now I have a podcast every week and I do it online. So it's way easier. And one of my friend, Dr. Sleep, Michael Bruce, I invited him on the podcast. I knew probably 99% of the stuff. We have big discussion and we talk about how crucial is your sleep for your mental health, your stress, your anxiety, your performance. And what I teach in mindset and performance, one of the key aspects is sleep. And I'm super against the hustle culture. So one guy that I can give you as an example is the owner of Venmo. If you live in America, you know Venmo. It's Brian Johnson, $800 million business that sold to PayPal. And the number one thing he did when he was done, he's like, damn, I regret sacrificing my health, my sleep, and everything for that money. Now he invested over the last 2 years, $4 million to be tested every day to recoup and reverse aging. And he said, health is number one. So you need your health, because without your health, you're done. And even if you build $1 billion business and you got cancer or anything like that, first, you won't get to enjoy it. Second is you're going to spend all your money to try to get healthy. So don't sacrifice it. And that's what we talk in the podcast. We give some tips like circadian rhythm, which basically is a fancy word or a word that means like a sleep routine. Let's say it like that. So you need a sleep routine. I would say now the latest research proved that if you are anytime asleep for more than 1 or 2 hours in between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., it's affecting your mental health like crazy, and it's affecting your performance, and your recuperation from muscle training is dropping drastically. Your HGH, so growth hormone, when you're trying to build muscle, you think you're a bodybuilder, like you take steroids, you do all those things, but you skip your sleep, not good. So make sure that you sleep enough and have a sleep routine. You don't need to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. I do wake up at 6:30. That's the new routine, just because I want to be in bed at 10. And the thing is, if I want to be in bed at 10 and I wake up at 10, I only have a 12-hour day to do everything. So it doesn't work for me. And I always want to have around 7.5 sleep. And that's also one thing that Tony Robbins says. I was in his platinum group, the highest group community. Give you an idea, it's $140,000 for 1 year to be in this group. And Tony said, guys, if I could do one thing and if I could go back, because he's 63 and his body is giving up on him. Obviously, he did a lot of seminar, but he was like, I would sleep more. It was too many plane trip, too many things, and now worth $1 billion. But he's like, even with that money, guys, stem cell and all that, it won't save you. Like, don't sacrifice everything for sleep and your health. Like, make sure you have balance.
That's great. Now, I'm interested in the Rewired experience. Who is a candidate for your program, and what can they expect when going through it?
Awesome. Yeah. So I changed the name. Now it's Mindset to Million. So basically, Rewired, it just was a little complicated for people to understand what is rewiring your subconscious mind. So let's call it mindset. Okay. And the main key thing of the program is having a VIP experience of life. So we remember in the previous question, I said the 3P. So purpose, passion, and profit. How do we get that? Because that was my life quest, 15 years. And it's by having a VIP experience of life. The V stands for value. So it's your value, your needs, and your belief. Comes with all the trauma and everything. The number 2 is the most crucial part, is identity shifting. We are this version of ourselves today, and we want to go here. And people often underestimate, they think in terms of material. I want to have this house, I want to have this car, but who is the version of yourself that get this? And does the version of yourself acting like you are today? I know for a fact that if I don't work 100 million right now, it's because I don't have the habits, I don't have the identity yet of the Mike Chabot. Can I start behaving like him to match the frequency and get it? Of course. So that is the whole purpose. And then the last one, the P of the VIP, is purpose. What is your purpose? And then your purpose can change. So I help people to get really clear, crystal clear on all that. And then we set up a way of life and habits and routine and a way of thinking, reframing your whole identity, because a lot of people are very negative. They're not feeling good most of the day. And then they compare themselves. There's a lot of things that come with not being optimal. So I just transformed my client's life. I started it 2 years ago, and based on I had 100% result. All my clients had success. Obviously, I'm very dedicated to my client. Now I do it because I love it. I invested hundreds of thousands in my personal development. I did brain hacking program. I did tons of psychedelic with clinic, like ketamine, ibogaine, mushroom, like name it. So I did a lot of things to go in the subconscious. I did neuroscience, biohacking, breathwork certification. I did yoga, like name it. If it's optimizing the body and the mind, I've done it. So when I go to my client, and it's funny because often people think about school, like I have way more than 2 PhD for sure in studying. And there was a girl that one of my clients is seeing, she's a PhD in psychology. And he texted me, he's like, Mike, the girl is so impressed by all the technique I have. She says she doesn't even have that at school. Like, what is that? And he's like, oh, that's my boy, Mike. And this specific client, I transformed him the way that he behave on a daily. And now his business in 1 year went from 500,000, which was really good, to 2 million. And now it's only the beginning. And that text came almost 1 year after the program. And that's why I do it. That's my purpose. I want everybody to be the best. And how did it trigger me is when I was 19, I was reading all those books, and one day I saw Tony Robbins on stage, and I saw how people need help and how people want to change and how people don't know how to actually do it. And I was like, I'll dedicate my life to do that. And that was my whole purpose. And now everybody got result, and what they can expect, a life-changing experience. If you're listening right now, I can guarantee result. If you do as I say and you're ready to be guided and coachable, I can't walk the walk for you. And that's why it can't be done without you. I'm guiding you. If you do everything I say and you apply it, guaranteed result for sure.
That's awesome. Now, last question of the day. What are some of your personal or professional goals for 2024? In checking out your social media, it looks like it's a big year for you already with your growing family. So congratulations are in order.
Thank you. So yeah, first thing first, my wife is pregnant, about to pop any day. So I'm gonna be a dad for a little girl. I'm super stoked for this. So far 2024 is gonna be an amazing year. The thing is, last year, a lot of my client and mindset were asking me how to get viral on social media, how to do things. So I'm just finishing a course. That's why that's what I was doing all day. I'm putting the last few touch up to the course. I'm releasing it within the next week. My book is releasing this month. It's been ready for 8 months, but I was waiting for a gut feeling, and the gut feeling is now. So everything is launching in February, my book, the course, and of course the mindset offer. And I took a big break in social media. So last year I didn't really do social media. I felt like I needed a time off after 12, 13 years. Now I'm back. Now I'm ready to make content. I'm full on, and I want to help as many people as I can. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do this year. It's dedicated to serving people, enjoying my time with the wifey, the family. And I'm also starting one last project that is linked to everything, is a supplement company called Enhance. So it's coming anytime soon. I'm getting the product developed right now. We're going to do the labels. So maybe 2 months, I'll have the sample, everything ready. So yeah. And if I can leave you with one tip, guys, it looks like I'm doing a lot, but everything for me is linked together. It's one big project. It's under the umbrella of Road to Abundance, which mindset is my main offer, shifting identity. And then the book is also linked with the mindset. It's a book for the mindset offer that takes people through an internal journey. The social media is because it was a part that was missing that is a little bit different. My client, a lot of them wanted to get their brand known on social media. They wanted to get more out there. And personally, I don't find that people know what they talk about. Most of them, it's people message you, they have 50,000 followers. They're like, let me help you famous on Instagram. I'm bro, okay. So, and the supplement brand is because I teach biohacking, and I want to be able to, that my client, I want to make sure that the product they consume and myself is the top of the line. So everything is linked. if I can give you one advice, is get millionaire with one brand, plan A, and then start developing the rest. So yeah.
The Intellifluence for Influencers app enables you to earn free products or cash in exchange for your honest reviews using your mobile device. Upon logging in, or signing up for free if you haven't already, you will arrive at your custom dashboard where you can view transactions that need your attention at a glance or browse our recommended offers from brands. Check out marketplace offers from brands and apply to your favorites. Once you accept a pitch from a brand, you can complete the entire transaction anywhere using your mobile device and communicate with the brand using our intuitive messaging tool. You will never have to go outside the app. View your earnings summary, including upcoming payments, as well as your entire history. You can view your influencer profile strength and make any necessary updates to your profile to put you in better position to be pitched. Edit your details such as compensation preferences and social accounts with ease. If you could ever use some help, you can access the Intellifluence knowledge base or contact support at any time from the app. As an influencer, there are never any fees associated with using our influencer marketing service, and you get to keep all of your earnings. Download the free Intellifluence for Influencers app today and get started.